No, expectations, like, I mean, Levi Colwill's injury changed a little bit because the central ball progression for Chelsea is so important in Maresca's system, you know? And I don't want to say, like, when we missed Lavia as well, because we never really had Lavia. He's always injured. But still, like, Maresca needs somebody in the middle of the pitch to be able to progress it to Cole in the pockets. And I can't get too hyped after a 5-1 win against West Ham because, guys, I got it level with you. West Ham are horrible.
Yeah.
Like, I was at that. That was my first away game, right?
No, it's sick.
And, like, Paqueta scores his goal and everything. And I wasn't really nervous at all. You know, I was like, I'm sorry, this team is absolutely dreadful. I mean, it's not even a bias against Graham Potter, who we once had. It's just like there's nothing to this team. So I'm not going to get too carried away. But with that said, like, scoring 5 goals away without Cole Palmer, not just without Cole Palmer, but he was scratched right before the game, that can really hurt you. If you know you're not going to have Cole Palmer all week, it's like, okay, it's a little bit different. Like, let's prepare. Like, we got João Pedro in the 10. That was last minute.
Did you guys look more fluid without Palmer?
Don't start that. No, that was wet.
He's just doing his job. He's just doing his job.
That was West Ham as to why we probably looked more fluid. No, but like even without Colwill, there's such a good midfield at Chelsea. You know, you joke about one on Andre. Well, you're not joking, but Andre Santos. Like if you're bringing on
Take him all day,
against West Ham. Like, you talk about who City brought on, but that's just attackers, right? Like, it's just and that's what City don't get. If they could just get one backup to Rodri, that just platforms all the attackers. But they're for some reason not doing that. And at Chelsea, you know, like, it's not just Caicedo and Enzo. And there's still Chelsea fans who have weird Enzo agendas, right? Like, there are people.
He's good in the Kevin Nolan role now. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, have you changed? You're nasty.
He's in the Kevin Nolan role now.
Yeah.
He's like a Kevin Nolan now, isn't it? Gets in the box, scores goals.
He's
Enjoying watching McTominay tapes.
Yeah, there we go.
But, like, midfield is arguably the most important part of the pitch, arguably. We got, in my opinion, I'm obviously insanely biased, but the best midfielder right now in the league in Caicedo. And then, whatever. I know it's
debatable.
Troy Deeney had a nice pop at me for that.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But when you bring on, like we did against West Ham, you bring on Andre Santos, you bring on Reece James, but you bring on Reece James to, like, play inverted. And the pass he had to Estêvão was ridiculous. And we have, like, a body double for Caicedo and a Sugo, like just a stunt double, basically, who just does, like, a lot of wrecking in the last 15 minutes. And if Lavia ever could be fit, like, Lavia is really talented. So when you have a midfield like that, 2 really good fullbacks in Cucurella and Reece, and Gusto, you know, he's okay. And then the attack that we're building, like, I feel like that is a team that should be at worst third.
See, this is the thing. I feel like Chelsea fans speak so glowingly of the team. I feel like every fan base at the moment, maybe now Arsenal have got Eze, they're buzzing, but I feel like Chelsea are the ones that speak so glowingly of the team. They like you guys like the players that you have.
do, right?
You like the attackers. You've got young players. It's exciting. Yeah. Maresca's won you guys over in the second phase, I guess. Like, first phase, maybe people weren't having him. But then when it comes to, like, are you involved in this? I feel like Chelsea fans are still kind of, like, hesitant to say that. Why can't you go and win it?
It's that youth, I think, that's getting them excited of what these players could potentially be. But the fact that they're not that right now, and that the guys who are stepping up in their teams are the likes of Cole Palmer, who is into his 3rd year as basically a pro. Like, I think that's what's holding.
But he's ready. Cole Palmer's ready.
There's an elephant in the room as well.
You got go on.
Goalkeeper.
Well, thank you, because I was actually just about to say. I'm going to retract what I just said about, like, maybe we're too young to win the league. Maybe we're not too young to win the league, because, like, if you look at our team, like, Palmer scored in the Euros final, right? Now he's actually dunked on PSG in the Club World Cup final, right? Enzo scored in the World Cup final and also played pretty well in the Club World Cup final. Cucurella won the Euros with Spain. Like, if you actually just look around, even though we're young, we have some experience in big games. Reece James had a masterclass against Manchester City in a Champions League final. He's bossed Real Madrid, right? So we actually have that. But I just don't know if you can win a Premier League with Robert Sanchez. And then I love Trevochella, but I think I know you do too. But, like, I don't know if you can do it with Robert Sanchez, Tosin, and Trev, like, as your 2 center backs, a goalkeeper, more importantly, Robert Sanchez. But, yeah, I mean, we should be right in there with City and Arsenal. And if you feel like you're going to be there, then that's up to you.
I had a conversation recently, I think I was 10 years back, when I said that the Premier League's been a tale of 2 eras, Mancunian eras, City and United, of course. And in that United run, there was obviously a few Chelsea titles and everything.
Yeah.
But if you look at how Chelsea win titles, it's kind of like people are kind of like doing their thing, and then it's like, you know what?
Yeah, boom.
We're gonna have a little word about this, boom, and have a moment. And then
Been a while though, man.
it's been a while, but this is what I'm
Building
saying.
up
for Chelsea.
Anytime
building up.
Chelsea,
Yes.
anytime Chelsea win a title, it's always like, you know, these two are gonna fug it out, and then we kind of go, you know what? Why don't we change that? Same thing with Champions League as well. These are the best teams in Europe. You know what? Why don't we do something about it? So if there was a year to really compete, you've got Liverpool signing everyone. Will Manchester City bounce back? Arsenal spent $1 billion. This is a good time to be a small horse and see what happens. And my biggest grievance, you remember last year what I said?
Jose, man.
I think
all the money they spent.
you remember last year, the biggest grievance I said is in December. When you're in that situation, you're in a commanding position, double down, go further. We didn't really do that. We shot ourselves in the foot by saying, you know what, we shouldn't really be here.
Yeah.
I think since then, the team has matured. You're seeing it in the performance in the Club World Cup. You're seeing it in the individuals that are kind of leveling up and being better. And like you said, you've named 5 players that I would say we've built a core of highly performing individuals.
João Pedro might join them very soon.
I would agree with that. There's no reason why Chelsea should not be leveling up. And that's why I say that we have to compete now.
Yeah.
We have spent a lot of money.
Estêvão looking good.
Oh,
Hey, I
man.
mean-
Yo,
Talk on him a little
let
bit.
me just say, like, this kid. What impresses me so much about this kid, like we've seen his talent, right? Like if you just see like a highlight from Brazil, like you can see that the kid's got crazy talent. But like historically, Brazilian players going straight to the Premier League doesn't work. It doesn't work. You know, going to Spain, okay, fine. Then
Gotta go
going
via
like
Shakhtar usually.
then going like indirectly, like okay, it can work, but it just doesn't really work. But he apparently, and you can just see it, like he has such a good head on his shoulders. He's very composed, doesn't get too high with the highs, too low with the lows. He's moved his whole family here, by the way, to England.
Good.
And then if you think about it, like, all right, England media, fan pressure from us, right? Just fans in general, social media, it's crazy. With that said, he has been famous in Brazil since he was like 9 or 10. And the Brazilian pressure that they have there is unlike anything else. And, you know, I think that to a certain extent, he's not going to be overly fazed by this. And he goes out, and it's West Ham, right? But he goes out. He wasn't supposed to be starting.
Yeah.
So we talk about like Chelsea responding, but he wasn't supposed to be starting because Cole Palmer was a late scratch. And, you know, gets a really good assist. Like
That was a proper assist, real assist.
And he like burst into the box. And what I like about that goal was that actually he had the ball first. He gave it to Gusto. Gusto gave it to Delap. Delap did underrated hold-up
Creates
play.
an angle.
And then Estêvão bursted in. But it was almost like he knew the whole play like ahead of time. And it's his IQ. And when you look at like an 18-year-old, right? I mean, Yamal's a freak. Don't compare anybody to Yamal. But like when an 18-year-old, we know they're skillful with ball at feet, right? But how are they off ball?
He's got tenacity about him.
He's got tenacity and he understands off ball runs. And when an 18-year-old understands off ball runs, the sky's the limit.
I said to you a few months back that when I went to watch Jamal play, and I'm not comparing it to you, I was like, why is an 18-year-old able to do things that players in their 20s and 30s are not able to do, which is simple football principles, cross the ball, play the right pass.
Instincts.
Yeah.
With Estêvão already, you can see Cole Palmer likes playing with him.
loves
The
it, yeah.
Jogo Bonito finally comes back to him. And like you said, he's tenacious. He's looking at the crowd. And that's why I like players that get you excited up your feet. And I think you do well. But I want to have a bit of fun, though. Because Chelsea are doing well and whatnot. That's great. But the Sassy posted the picture.
Bomb squad.
You lot got your own bomb squad as well,
Bomb
innit?
squad. We got some too, bro.
Let me not lie.
5 aside, our bomb squad versus your bomb
But,
squad.
hey, listen,
Who
what
wins, bro?
Vulture?
Yeah,
What,
bro.
FC Vulture? What?
Bro.
Let me not lie to you. That might be one of the, I don't want to say funniest because it was quite depressing. But that picture of the bomb squad that they had their names, that
The
changing
fact that they
room.
had their names is crazy.